Halvar is saved from a watery grave by the mysterious Keen, and finds himself in a strange cave. But before he can fully study his surroundings, he spots goblins, his most hated enemy. He goes into a furious rage and charges at them. Once he reaches his foes, he notices that they are already dead. But Halvar has always been a stab first, think never kind of guy, so ferociously attacks. After he tears the bony goblins apart, he returns to Keen. Keen has a boat and is willing to give Halvar passage in exchange for coin. Alas, Halvar has no coin, and his injuries apparently make him too weak to overpower the spindly Keen. And so Halvar wanders off into the strange cave system, confident that he can find the way out by himself. After spending some time in the timeless dark of the grim underworld and battling dead goblins, Halvar finds a path leading upwards, and he can see the light streaming into the darkness. Unfortunately, the exit is guarded by a two-headed, fire-breathing dog. However, Halvar is empowered by the sight of freedom and slays the fearsome beast. He finds himself close to Woldheim, so heads towards it, overcome with the need for vengeance. This time, the infiltration goes better, and he manages to sneak over the wall without getting spotted. Once inside the wall, Halvar begins the slaughter while searching for his stolen equipment. Soon the streets are splattered with blood, and the inn is on fire. To make things better, the priest shows up and Halvar happily attacks him. The cowardly priest hides inside a burning building, and so Halvar pursues and manages to rend the flesh off his quarry with his bare teeth. But the priest escapes his grasp and disappears into the burning room, leaving Halvar no choice but to leave and continue the slaughter in the streets. Soon the priest flees the burning building in the guise of a bird and flies right into Halvar's axe, giving Halvar the opportunity to rip out and eat his heart. With no real opposition left, Halvar goes on a bloody rampage. He finds what is left of the townsfolk huddled around the tree in the town square. One of the people tells Halvar of men bragging about having his axe in the tavern to the north, and so Halvar leaves behind the smouldering ruins of Woldheim and strides into the wilderness to retrieve what was taken from him. Has Halvar's luck turned? Will he ever get his stuff back? Will he make the world burn? Let's find out now on Dicing with Death.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dicing with Death. Ryan, how are you today?
I am doing well. Nice save. You
So professional.
You were on death's doorstep before that recap ended.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
You must have passed your saving throw. 'Cause here we are.
Here we are, ready for revenge. Ready to fulfill some oaths. Ready to get my goddamn axe back and plant it in the head of a fucking goblin. We're ready. I am so hyped.
Such hype.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Layla and Chris, for that lovely recap, as always.
Mm-hmm. You guys do great work. We love you.
All right. Any chat? Or,
Well, there will be some chit-chat this Sunday.
Or so I hear.
Yeah, I don't know who all will make it, but we should have Nick and Sean and probably Greg and probably Ryan, maybe Ryan.
Probably, but let's keep it mysterious.
Ooh.
Be a pleasant surprise.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's it. Other than there are very comfortable Dicing with Death sweaters available in the Real Goblin store. Very comfortable. Yeah. That's it. That's all I got.
So comfortable, you don't need to wear anything else.
Literally nothing else underneath them. It's cozy. Yeah.
It makes it easier to lean off the edge of your balcony and
Draw
Never
your name in
mind.
the snow.
Never mind.
Yeah. Now what we need is dicing with death boxer briefs. You know, just
I don't
You
know how
don't?
I feel about that.
I think that would be great.
I,
You can get that branding even when you're. Actually, no, you shouldn't. Dicing with death boxer briefs is terrible. It makes it sound like you've got some awful STD that the person might pick up from you.
life's a risk.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
wondering if dicing with death is on the front or on the back.
God,
Maybe
I think it's got to
maybe
be like on the bottom, right? Like
okay, and then
cradling
there's
the-
a 20 on the front and a 1 on the back. Or
I
the other way
don't-
around.
Oh my god. I was gonna say it had to be on the bottom because you need like the dice where the balls might hang. Yeah.
Oh.
I just don't think the dicing with death underwear might not work. It's,
Scrap that idea.
Scrap that idea altogether. Yeah.
All right. Well, you'll come up with something good one of these days.
One day. One day. So,
Halvar.
it's nighttime? Still?
I think that whole last encounter took place
It was
under
dark.
cover of darkness, right?
Yes. Yes.
It's probably twilight. Everything always happens at twilight.
Perfect.
Do you want to give us I don't know, recap of Halvar's appearance? You want a little vignette of our brave villain?
Well, I am 27 down. I think my max HP should be 44, not 43.
You lost some max HP and then you gained a level.
Oh, did I only gain 1 HP when I leveled?
This is not the
No.
narrative I was going for.
I'm sorry. I'm noticing
opposite.
discrepancies between the paper sheet and the digital sheet, and I don't know which one to go with. One says 44, one says 43.
You probably forgot to update one. So you lost 4 and gained
5.
5.
Okay. So then the character the digital one, fuck, I did it again, is the incorrect one.
Okay.
Messing it up. Okay. Got it. So this one is now 44, and I am 27 off of 44.
Are you just giving yourself extra HP? And then you should
No, I'm
have
subtracting. There we go.
and you should have 4 temp HP, is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
So maybe you can note that somewhere.
All right. So Halvar has left Wodheim in the dust. He walks along the road thinking to himself, that inn, I know where that inn is. I've been there before, and I've already killed the goblins that were there. Now I just have to go back, rested, kill the new goblins who are there, and take my axe for my own. And that is the narrative playing through his head.
Okay. So we see Halvar walking down the road, south, not north. But
South.
everything's all twisty-turny in these woods.
Mm.
Under cover of darkness, we can see the great flames burning Wodheim behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Pillar of smoke rising, and the smell of ash heavy in the air.
It's a smell of joy, smell of love,
What does Halvar look like?
bloody. He's got not limbs, but he's got cuts all over him. He's got giant scars across his back and chest. He's got singed hair from the fire. His skin is greasy with sweat and exertion, and at the same time blackened with smoke and like char marks from the fires. Dirt covers his hands and knees and bellies from when he had to crawl and pretend he was a dog and scale up that wall. He's got splinters in him. Blood covers his both of his hands are particularly blood covered with spray patterns that have come across him in different areas that have now begun to run because of the sweat coming off him. He's He's looking like a badass at the end of his rope.
Yeah. And green skin, right?
Green skin.
Pointy ear, betraying his goblinoid heritage.
One tusk.
Tusk. And the skin of a jackal draped over his shoulders.
Yep.
I believe you've scavenged a few weapons.
I have.
A sword and a hand axe or something.
I've got a short sword on its sword belt, or in its sheath, I should say. I've got a hand axe tucked into my belt. I have a wood axe, which I guess I'm just carrying over my shoulder. And I can fight you for damage too. Fuck you up, yo. I also have a backpack with 2 scrolls and... I think I already consumed that potion of werebear, didn't I? That was a potion of healing.
I think you might have only had a third of it, or maybe 2. No,
No, I
that's right.
finished the rest of it. Yeah.
How did you lose more HP? I thought you were at 27.
No, that was incorrect.
You're at 17?
I'm 27 down
Okay.
from 44. I
Yeah,
can
it
no
seems
longer
like-
well as word.
Seems like Nealbot's uptime has been glitching. That's fine.
Yes, it's glitched because Twitch changed the way that their API works, and Nealbot needs to be completely recoded in order to do the uptime. It can no longer detect when the stream goes live.
It's glitched because Dicing with Death has been streaming since the world was young.
Yeah, actually. Dicing with Death is probably the longest running D&D campaign on Twitch or on any broadcasting service. We've got, what, 157 episodes? I don't know this for a fact.
157
175.
shenanigans.
175. I don't know. Maybe something else has got more episodes.
I mean, it's easy when we just skip weeks and show up whenever and don't do any prep. Pull shit out of our ass. Call it Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So Halvar walks along the road. Under cover in the darkness.
Thinking about murder, about vengeance, about bringing the goblins down, about destroying their world order.
And you're sticking to the road for now, right?
That's the only way I know to get to the inn, is to go along the road. 'Cause there should be a crossroads ahead of me eventually. Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, what do you think about the lighting situation for this world map? Should I just get rid of your light radius?
No, this is good because I don't actually remember where things are, and it's nice to sort of like wander and explore a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down with the light radius.
Nice.
Okay. So I know that I have got, it's somewhere off to this direction. So after getting to the intersection unmolested, I'm gonna go this way a little bit.
Dark, there are no encounters at night, and you take the right fork.
Always take the righteous path.
Let's see.
Okay. Now it's somewhere here. I don't know if it's at the end of the road or if you have to go into the forest, but it's somewhere around here. Getting close.
So you take the west fork of the road into the forest. Doesn't come to a sudden end. It's more like the road becomes less and less traveled. Seems deeper into the forest. There may have been some road signs out back, but I don't know if Halvar can even read. Perhaps you
No.
notice them. And road gradually just gives way to a winding dirt path. There's probably like interwoven paths, if that makes sense, but they're all sort of less traveled, so there's no more main road. And you find yourself wandering in the forest. Where are you headed?
I'm headed for this inn, but once the road disappears, I think I'm going to call it a day. Halvar is
actually,
exhausted and running on fumes.
It actually is a day. You hear the tweeting of birds and the first rays of sunlight peeking through the tree branches in the east.
Did I travel all day and all night, or was that just an all night travel?
That was an all-night travel.
Okay, perfect. So with the sun coming up and the birds coming out, Halvar's like, wait, hold on. Maybe I should get some sleep. I am near to death right now. Let's regroup for a little bit. And I'm going to look for shelter.
Roll a perception check.
Halvar succeeds.
Right. As you are coming to the end of your night, looking for a place to bed down and rest, you hear voices through the trees.
What do they say?
What languages do you speak?
Common and Orcish.
Perhaps they're just displaced by the trees and you can't quite make them out, or perhaps it's a tongue you don't understand. They're talking quite brazenly. Seems as if they don't are unaware of your presence, or perhaps they just don't care.
If they aren't gonna, if they're unaware or don't care, it's fine. That's good. I will kind of quickly move off to the side, maybe find something, crouch down next to a bush, and then try and listen with my ears and turn my head in different ways to like locate the direction they're in, and then I want to sort of creep towards them.
Then make a tracking check.
Gonna be a 1d20 plus 13. Oh! Natural one.
I think the voices grow quiet as they drift away. You weren't quite able to locate the direction they were coming from, and they move on with wherever they're headed.
Huh? That's fine with me. I guess I just sort of shrug it off
If you'd like to make a commotion, perhaps you could get some attention.
No, it's all right.
And you can continue to search the area, see if you can pick up their trail.
Could I tell anything about them? I couldn't tell race or language or anything, right? They were just voices, indiscriminate voices.
Indiscriminate voices in the trees. Yeah, must have been hundreds of yards off.
That's fine. I will ignore them, and I will just continue looking for some shelter. I don't need to look for a fight right now.
Yeah. You are a survivalist, so and the weather's fine. I think given enough time, you can make yourself some shelter.
Perfect.
Do you nap?
Oh yeah. Halvar's
Maybe
gonna to nap for days.
Roll another perception check.
Ooh. Good one.
You are awoken from your nap to the sound of creaking and thumping.
Does it sound like a wagon on the road?
Sounds like a wagon. And then the braying of a donkey.
That's an interesting sound. Is it a Yoda donkey? I must go investigate. I will get up and
Donkey it is.
and scurry on over.
Do you make an effort to conceal yourself? Or...
Oh, totally, yeah.
Yeah. All right. You peer around a tree to see a man sort of leading a donkey around trees and around ruts. He is dismounted from his cart in order to steer this donkey through the trees. Walking beside the wagon are two warriors. clad in boarskins, escorting this this wagon.
I consider my options, my strengths and my weaknesses, and decide that discretion is the better part of valor. If Halvar is going to get his revenge, he can't go wasting his time and energy on these delicious-looking morsels and their little box of treasures. I've got priorities. Halvar needs to focus on his oaths, so I will ignore them for now. And I will scurry back to my little hidey hole. Rest.
All right. All right, you can rest. Less than an hour later, the wagon returns, going back the other direction. You hear voices approaching, but before you can make them out, you hear what's that? You see something over there in the bush. Halvar thinks, oh shit, I'm in a bush.
I'm in a bush. I get my wood axe out in my hands and maybe move to like a crouched position so I'm not going to be caught flat-footed. But I don't make any moves.
Is that a goblin?
Halvar perks up. That's not me. I'm not a goblin. But they found a goblin. And I sort of like start creeping towards them.
It's coming right for us.
Oh, look, it's my lucky day.
There's a... the reins are pulled up tight, and the cart veers off track, away from you.
I wait for the goblin. I'll try and get a view of the road, see if I can spot the goblin.
Here, there's no... The road is some ways to the east.
Okay. Well, then I will...
Just sort of interwoven game trails and footpaths. No path is... Yeah, anyways.
I'll creep forward a little more, looking for the goblin.
You see no sign of the goblin. The cart has veered its course, steer around you, away from you, but you could probably run it down if you so chose.
I don't want to run it down. I just want to like stalk it and lurk behind it for a little while in case the goblin jumps out and attacks them, and then I can see them. Like they're my bait. They're the chum and the bait for the goblins that I want to kill.
It takes an odd, meandering loop path, and eventually, I don't know how Halvar's sense of direction is, but it loops back around the direction it was originally headed. The first time you encountered it.
Okay. Well, watch the cart follow us for about half an hour, and then...
Yeah, you follow it probably less than 20 minutes to a small clearing. And in this clearing is a large, long wooden structure. There's a signpost beside the clearing, and out front of the structure are several ties for horses, mounts, and the cart pulls up to the structure. It's two drivers, inhabitants, whoever, dismount and enter.
Okay. I'll just stalk them for a little while, and if no goblins show up, then I'll go back to my hiding spot and rest.
Okay. Do you take the same hiding spot?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Roll another perception check.
Let's get... Where's the button? There it is. Aha! The macros are working. 24. Wild success.
24. Okay. You do hear the cart coming again, generally in your direction. Seems you have chosen to build your camp
Right in the middle of a wagon passageway?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Not 20 minutes from the tavern. But once again, it's coming towards you.
I will... Do I have line of sight to it? Or is it blocked by the foliage?
You can look up from your foliage and see it.
No. If I don't have line of sight to it, that's great. I'll just, like, nap where I am and let the carts pass me by. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I think I will just rest and relax here. I am too low on HP to go to the tavern and... Because, like, I know, and you know, and the viewers know, and Halvar knows, if he goes to the tavern, he's killing somebody. He's not gonna get in and out of that place peacefully. Probably. Oh, shit, but then again, that axe might leave.
Roll a d10.
It might leave 1 if I let it. So maybe I should go now before someone takes my axe.
Well, as you're thinking through these things, Halvar is taken unawares. Maybe cue the battle music. The surprise round does not go particularly well. But you're sitting in this bush, probably listening for the wagon as those 2 bearskin warriors ambush you in your bush.
Oh no. God damn it.
We got him this time. They jump. One of them goes to kick your axe away. Actually, probably succeeds in that. You can choose whichever weapon you'd like to be disarmed. It was whichever one was sitting on the ground or like leaning against the bush.
That's the hand. That's the big wood axe. The good axe is the one that's out and easy to reach.
It's like leaning against a bush. So before you even know what's happening, someone comes from behind you, kicks that axe away. It scatters maybe 10 feet off the distance. Another rushes straight for you. There's a whirl as a spear, like a spear shaft, misses your head by inches, maybe feet. It was a pretty bad roll.
My God.
To sap you. Ha! We got him this time.
Well.
And then, roll initiative.
All right. 1d10 plus. I'm going for my hand axe and my short sword, so 9 on the initiative.
9. All right. You will go before these. Let me see if I can find their tokens. The cart goes first, and its drivers spur it to action, and it takes off as quickly as it can through these woods, past you and away, taking advantage of this distraction.
These fools. They've already interrupted my rest. They think they can just walk away now? Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Oh, okay. Then I will draw my short sword, I will draw my hand axe, and I will start the hand axe. 1d20 plus 4 to hit. And I will aim it towards the knees of the guy closest to me with a 21 to hit. 1d6 plus 8. You've messed with the wrong orc. 12 damage.
Where are you getting a +8 to damage?
I am not frenzied, so I do not get my +8 to damage. Never mind. It's just 4. And then the short sword will come in as well. The 19 to hit for 1d6 damage for 5, so 9 damage to one target.
Hold the phone.
Axe and sword rip into his blood and bone. Ready for you.
Those are both hits. And you actually bring him down. One swift that. Behind you, the other, the one that attempted to sap you has backed off. And he's growling and spitting. Actually, hold on. You take 2 points of damage from that.
From what?
From...
from my 2 hits on the...
Yeah.
On the
which is
foreskin.
reduced to nothing. It's actually reduced to nothing.
Oh, right.
So ignore that.
His skin fights my skin, and my skin wins.
I think with the reduction, it was enough to take him down. Behind you, you turn around to see the other guy spitting and growling, pounding his shield with his spear, biting into it, and working himself into a frenzy. Let me do some math. Alright, and we'll roll initiative for the next round.
D10 plus 3. Oh, so slow, Halvar.
So slow. 3's pretty quick. Is that what a hand axe is?
Yeah.
Right. Alright, he lunges for you with a spear. 15 is a hit against Halvar, I believe.
It is.
And he makes a stab for a measly 2 points of damage,
Which gets reduced to nothing.
And then he brings the shield crashing down with a punch. Come on, stop rolling at an angle.
Bring it on.
Whiff.
Whoosh.
And he closes.
I smile. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. I say to no one in particular as I hand axe at him. Ooh. And as I short sword at him. Ooh, 14?
Is it hit?
I will graze him for 2 points as I dance about.
And roll initiative again.
Okay. D10 plus 3. Oh god, another terrible slow initiative.
Another hit with the spear.
Fuck.
Also for 2 damage.
Reduced to 0.
Shield punch comes in with a miss, I believe. You have like 14 AC.
Yes.
Yeah, 11's not going to do it.
Okay. My weapons come on in.
Fire.
Hand axe up and down, and short sword side to side. There we go. 12?
12 will in fact hit. 7 won't.
4 more damage. And I will say in the common tongue, I'll let you live if you point me to the goblins or to the inn. Otherwise, you are mine.
You're the only goblin I see. Heart Eater.
Well, he's insulting me, but at the same time...
For your sins. And rolling initiative, right?
Yes.
And you go first this next round.
Even with the 13?
You go at the same time.
All right. Ooh. Hand axe to the gut.
17 will do it.
Ooh, and a miss with the short sword, but the hand axe is a hit. Oh my god, I've been forgetting to make my extra hand axe attack every other round.
You haven't been frenzied, have you?
No, but that's from expertise.
Oh, from expertise, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can start next round.
Yep.
Oh, he doesn't have a health bar because there's not actually... There you go. I can see his wounds. I think he crits you with his shield bash. So You can choose. We've been letting you choose if you would. So I guess you make a saving throw first of all.
Okay, saving throw first. Failure. Epic failure.
Critical failure. Epic failure. I think maybe on that I would get to choose.
Why don't you choose?
Let's go to the tables. I like the tables. You probably would prefer that as well, wouldn't you?
I love me the tables.
So let's first off resolve the damage. 6 points reduced by 2, so only 4. And then that's not 1. Tactics. Critical hits. Bludgeoning versus humanoid. Shall I do the honors?
Yes. D10 for location.
Location 1, your right leg. So he brings the shield crashing straight down. I think a medium shield, or like a typical shield, will be same size as you.
Yep.
Seems fair.
That seems fair.
2d4 for severity. 6.
Ooh.
Broken, half move. So he brings the shield flat edge down, straight onto your foot, and it cracks. Do you wear boots?
I do. I wear boots.
You wear boots?
Yeah. Still,
You
that's...
feel the bones in your foot shatter.
Oh my god. I will cry out in pain and suffering. This is terrible. I've broken my foot. You've broken my foot. I have no foot puns for you, but I will kill you anyway, Halvar says.
Did you roll for your frenzy? How long it lasts?
I haven't frenzied.
Actually, you haven't frenzied. You're right. Okay, yeah. Initiative then.
I thought it would be unwise to frenzy, and I regret my decisions. Initiative 10 plus 4. Halvar limping goes faster than ever before.
Yeah.
1d20 plus 4 for the hand axe is a 14 for
That
5
hits.
damage. Short sword comes up and through
Criticals.
with a critical hit. 3d4, 3d6. It's middle of the road.
You know what? I'm gonna let him use your rules. He fails his critical. I'll let you choose in this case. Would you like to do double damage, or would you like to return the favor with the crit table?
Oh, I want to counter crit table him. Are you fucking kidding? I mean,
Okay.
I
So
know
you only
technically in my position it's better to do the damage, but I want to make this person suffer
It
like
wouldn't
he
actually
made
have
me
finished
suffer.
him anyway, so I'm just gonna take the 2, and then
Sure.
we can do a counter crit. So
All right.
roll a d10 for location,
Location.
and then a d6 for severity.
This is piercing because this is my short sword versus humanoids, and my short sword is size small, unfortunately. 1d6 for severity is only a 2,
Probably
and
nothing.
no unusual effects.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
And he is actually going to withdraw after. I think he gets a free frenzy attack, and then he can withdraw. I'll allow it.
Okay.
So he attempts to bowl you over with the shield, and then jumps back. So he makes a feint, and then backpedals. I think you can just barely limp after him. So if he withdraws 1/3, so he withdraws 40 yards, 40 feet. I think it'd be 40 feet, and then you can move 60 feet. So you can choose to.
I do want to follow him because I get an extra attack with my hand axe this round. So I will limp after him as far as I can limp and still get my attack, and then I'm going to throw my hand axe at the end of the round because I don't think I can close and make a melee attack.
You can't. You can move your full movement,
Right, but I've got half movement for my broken foot.
but you can move your full half movement. But he's withdrawing.
But if he moves a third back and I move a half forward, Like, I can go a
Half
quarter
movement.
and still make an attack.
You can make a full move and do melee attacks. You're thinking of missile attacks.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm
If
thinking.
if you want to stay engaged, you can
Yeah. No, you're totally right. I'm full of shit here. Yeah, thank you. So I will chase after him and make my last attack with my hand axe, which is a...
It is actually a hit. He has pretty shit dex.
Yeah. And I will graze him for 3.
Almost. Ugh.
Give me your mustache. I want it for my own. Orcs cannot grow mustaches. I will clean it from your face.
He looks uncomfortable. Roll initiative.
Give it to me. 13.
So slow, Halvar.
I've got a broken foot. What do you expect? All right.
All right, he attempts to bowl you over, and he hits with the shield. So make an opposed strength check.
Halvar's not super strong.
Halvar is knocked prone.
Oh.
He bowls you over. You are unable to take an attack of opportunity as he runs. Please, at 1 HP. Don't worry, you'll still get experience.
I guess
So
Halvar
he
lays in
bowls
his
you over
hole.
right on running.
Yeah.
He might actually step on you as he runs.
That's fine.
No,
I've
he
got a
doesn't.
broken foot. I didn't want to fight them to begin with. If he's going to escape, no, he'll warn the people in the inn, and then my ox will disappear. I'll get to my feet and see if I can still see him and throw my axe at him.
No. He's run as fast as he can. Peered into the trees.
All right. Halvar's pretty wounded now. I'm at 13 HP. And I want my axe. And I'm afraid if I sit for a week here and heal up, that my axe won't be there when I go for it. Because it's going to take me more than a week to get to full. So I kind of feel like I need to limp after this guy and fetch my axe. But I'm a little scared that I'll die. It's okay. I will just put over my jackal helmet and no one will recognize me. And so I'll put the jackal head up tight. I'll pull the furs close around my chest and I will limp after my wood axe and find where they kicked it away.
It was like 10 feet from where you started.
I will limp over and pick it up, dragging my broken foot behind me.
Right. You see the boar warrior who you brought down, second one, crawling away at like movement rate 1. So he is like, so you slew him pretty near your little hidey hole, and he's now maybe like 40 feet from where you brought him down. There's just like a slick of blood in the dirt as he's crawling.
I will limp after him and collapse on top of him. And I will chat with our lovely fellow here.
He groans as you...
Listen to me if you want to live. I had an ox. It was taken from me. It was my mother's ox.
I kicked it. It should be right by your
No,
bush.
not that ox. It was in the tavern. Someone stole it from Woldheim. It is a family treasure, and I need it back. There was also a silver axe and some fancy...
He rolls over to look at you if you'll let him.
I will.
Okay, so he rolls over. So now you're like awkwardly on top of him,
Yep.
face to face. Roll the charisma check.
29.
Nice.
Oh, that's not even including my +5 from my battle scars.
Your battle scars bleed on him, and he's impressed.
Mm-hmm.
So that pushes it above a 30, like a 34 or something, 35.
Yep.
There was a guard in the borderline bragging about how he stole how he robbed a berserker, defeated him, and stole his treasures. If you spare me, I will owe you a life debt, a blood debt. I will help you hunt down this coward.
I sit on him and think. Part of Halvar wants to just tell him to buy the axe off the guy. That might be suspicious and might attract attention. And can I really trust this person? What has a human ever done for me? No. These people have never helped me. And every time I've tried to meet their humanity, every time I've tried to be like, I'm going to help you and maybe you'll help me, they've burned me. Halvar shakes his head and goes, this man, he walks at the inn. That is his place of employment.
No, he was just passing through.
Was he there today?